opinions stated in this podcast do not reflect the opinions of the Alestle or SIUE as a whole. Welcome back to another episode of Alestle After Hours, and we've returned from our hiatus of spring break and then Sam's desired week, our back-to-back breaks. I just want you to know that you can't see me, so I can tell you however I look. I'm golden from the beautiful time in Florida. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not golden at all. In fact, I probably have bags under my eyes. If you really want an accurate visualization for yourself, picture a guy with bags under his eyes, sleep-deprived, because it's like 8 a.m. when we're recording this. And my wonderful guests who are suffering with me joining in studio. We have a first-timer, and we also have a copy editor who hasn't been on since the summer. Matthew Wolden, our copy editor. Matt, how are you?
I'm good.
It doesn't sound tired at all. You can't even tell.
I'm not tired at all.
Yeah.
Well, technically, this is my natural state, but no, not tired at all.
Then we also want to welcome our first-time guest, Madison Steffen. Madison, you are a reporter here at the Alestle, recently hired. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So, like you said and introduced me, I'm Madison. I'm a first-year student at SIUE and a criminal justice major, and it's my first time doing anything journalism-related, but I like writing a lot, so I'm very excited to be doing this job.
Very cool. So you're a freshman.
Technically,
yes. By credentials.
By credentials, yeah.
But no, that's great. We're really excited to have you, Madison, and you're joining along with Lily. I believe it's Birkenbile. I believe that's how you pronounce her last name.
Yes.
So she might. Hopefully, we'll get her in here eventually. Yes. I would really like to do that. So congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you've been introduced well to the job. We're gonna dip into that a little bit.
Yes.
But Matt, let's start with you. How are you, Matthew?
Good.
Do you like the subheading of my notes here?
I think you spelled Matt wrong.
Well, I did, but it was a play on words. Matt on the mat. Okay. And do you know why I titled it this, Matthew?
Why?
Because you participated in some first-person journalism, and I want you to talk about it.
Oh, well, it was fun. I had a good time doing it.
Well, what did you do, Matt? No one knows yet.
Yeah, right. So it was like yoga, and honestly, blast. I think people should do it. It's definitely fun. It's like working out, more relaxing. You're more in control. It was the first time writing a first-person journalism story, but I think it'll turn out well. Yoga is something that I have typically been doing just because I feel like I'm not exactly the most like stretchy kind of person. Like I feel like I lack flexibility, and just doing it in general is helpful to like gain any type of flexibility. I think that it's definitely succeeds in helping me be stretchier, but it's also just a good exercise. Like it definitely has like tough moments. It's like training in balance and strength, and yeah, I think it's just like a great thing for people to do if they're ever interested.
Yeah, so this was a class through the Student Fitness Center, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit like how, like, did you have to register for the class? Like, how does it work?
So you have to register through IMLeagues. You have to. It's like within the Student Fitness Center. So I believe it's hosted by Campus Recreation, considering they're the people who host anything for students, like to not to like maybe take a break from classwork and stuff. And you just have to get in. You need a ID to get in once you sign up so that you can participate in the class, but like you got to do that anyway to get into the gym. And yeah, that's about it on how you can get in.
Now I believe Audrey joined you for at least one session, correct?
Yes.
So
it was.
Tell us a little bit about doing it with Audrey.
Well, I think Audrey was excited. But I feel like it was to possibly see me maybe flounder about. I didn't give her that satisfaction though. You know
Oh.
why? Because I was good. I was so good at it. I was way better than she thought. I killed it.
You know what?
I killed it.
She told me. She told me and Michael Kate that you were really good at yoga. She did.
Yeah. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I've participated in yoga before. I've played these games before.
I like how serious you've gotten, Matt. I'm gonna tell Audrey that you took this to heart, and that it was like a legit goal for you not to embarrass yourself in front of her. Just obviously, if you don't know, Audrey is our co-host on Alestletics and our sports editor here at the Alestle, and also I would say the big meanie of the group. We can't tell. This is like not going on it. No, I'm kidding. But she's great, but she also keeps us humble, especially Matt and I. I think if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, I feel like. I think it's funny how whenever there are new people, it's like
Learning our dynamic. Yeah,
Yeah.
Madison probably all thinks we're nuts.
Yeah,
You know?
it's like everybody's saying that I'm the scary one, but no, we have Audrey and Sam.
Well, hey, I'm not scary. Audrey's scary, man. She's scary.
To be fair, I feel like the entirety of the Alestle staff is in some way or another once you see dynamics, it's like, wow, I can't believe they're
Friends.
yeah.
They like each other. Yeah, no. Audrey and I's dynamic is definitely one that is interesting. You have to really listen to Alestletics to fully understand it at its peak, and even then, that doesn't give you the full picture.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe Madison and I can never understand your flexibility, Matt, in yoga. At least I don't think so, Madison. Maybe
I don't think I'll ever be able to witness this, but I'm so happy that you were able to prove this to
And
yourself.
Audrey took pictures, right? Yeah, there you go. Photo evidence.
Beautiful.
I can't wait to see this.
Those are not great.
Okay, so off of the yoga mats, Matt, still with you. Let's talk a little bit about accessibility. There's been these QR codes around. I'm sure you have the details on that. Can you tell us a little bit about this story?
Well, so I feel like anybody who's been in the muck probably saw. If you look around for QR codes specifically, like the colorful ones, you're going to see those around campus. Those are things you can scan with the NaviLens app, or there are also a few of the less colorful QR codes around campus. Apart from that using the app can see and lock onto to help people who are hard with sight to hold on, I need to phrase this better, my bad.
You're good.
So there's the regular colorful QR codes. They're extremely noticeable. You can see them in a multitude of directions. There are also the less colorful ones that are posted in a similar vein where they're right next to things. Both of those, I believe, you can scan with the NaviLens app, and the NaviLens app will lock onto them easily, even if you're not a regular black and white QR code where you kind of have a struggle with trying to lock onto it. These will automatically lock on for you, which helps a lot in case you don't have the greatest vision to tell you what exactly is there when. So you can kind of just scan it in any kind of direction, and if it finds one, it'll lock on.
Cool. No, that sounds great. And then the QR codes can just be to anything in general, for example,
It can be on anything. I'm not sure on how many things it will be on. I know that it's going to mostly be on stairs, bathrooms, things that are of important use. I know that the Access wants to put these QR codes on I don't know exactly what they're called, but it's more so announcements or some sort of thing in the muck.
Oh, on the boards where they have information to get.
I think they call it a kiosk.
A kiosk, yeah.
Okay, that is what it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But they want QR codes near those so that the students can also be aware of any live events that are happening on campus.
Very cool. No, that's great. That's actually really neat and interesting technologies or just like locked to it.
Yeah.
So very cool. That's an exciting story. So definitely read that one on our website, alestlelive.com. Now let's shift gears a little bit. Madison has been patiently waiting on a lot of things. Madison, before we start, is the police reliability story?
Yeah.
Got it? Good. Congratulations. That's great.
Oh, thank you.
So, leading into Madison's first set of stories, this is the first week you've turned in stories, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So, no nerves at all, right?
Literally none.
Oh, awesome. Look at this. Beaming of confidence over here, unlike Matt's yoga with impressing Audrey.
Wait, what do you mean I'm not confident? What do you mean I'm not confident?
No, I'm kidding, Matt. I know you're very confident to one-up Audrey in yoga. Did she participate in yoga, by the way?
Oh, yeah, she absolutely did.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's fun. Okay, sorry, Madison. I keep delaying the inevitable here. But kind of wanted to get your thoughts on just kind of the journal writing process and how it went for you, the struggles, because obviously there's struggles the first time around.
Yeah.
But also kind of the fun parts of it, too.
So it was definitely very interesting, I think, because one of them didn't work out just because my primary source, or the person that was going to be my primary source, isn't on campus this semester, so he couldn't be a reliable source as to what's actually happening on campus, which is fair. But it was definitely interesting because I really, really enjoyed the writing process and the interviewing process, but I did experience quite a few difficulties to getting to all of the interviews. But that's okay, because I did get all of the interviews that I needed, and I got to talk to a lot of cool people, and I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, welcome to the game, kid. That's what I said.
Yeah, no.
It's so funny you mentioned the not on campus. I think I was a freshman when I reached out to someone, and they're like, I'm on sabbatical. And as someone who had no idea what that meant, I was like, okay, and when can you meet? And they're like, no, I'm literally not there. And I was like, oh. So, no, that's so funny that you mentioned that. It's definitely happens to everyone. And especially, it always feels like it happens to those on the first time. You know, like it's just something has to go horribly awry. Let's talk about the stories that you did get, though. So, obviously, we've talked a lot about the library. They've had a lot going on in terms of news, but this is an interesting story coming from Madison this week and in the current edition of our online edition, police story, and not in a negative way.
Yes.
A lot of times it's often associated in a negative context, but this is a bit more of a lighthearted story. Madison, tell us a little bit about your lighthearted police story.
Yeah, so back in February, the SIUE police and student government collaborated to essentially help educate students and introduce them more to like the police department, which the goal there was to just kind of make it seem like the police were less intimidating and more personable, because I think a lot of students only get to see the negative aspects of the police, such as when you get like a ticket, which obviously happens and that's their job, but it's still something that's like, oh, well, darn, that's the person that gave me a ticket, and like you don't want to go up and talk to them. But a lot of the police on campus are really, really nice. So that was their motivations there. So for that story, I met with Lieutenant Dustin Bregman, I think is how you pronounce his last name. And we talked a lot about how the SIUE police force specifically, like their one goal for every officer every single day is for them to go out and meet someone new. And so they don't have to meet things like quotas for tickets or for parking violations, which is what a lot of police have to do in urban settings. But instead, it's to create something that like involves more community, which I think is very, very cool. And yeah, they're constantly making efforts to establish more unity on campus and to make it not only a safer place, but a more welcoming place. And so I thought it was really cool just to learn all about that and talk about all of the ways that the campus police are making efforts in that direction.
Absolutely. It was a really, SIUE police have always been great, at least my experiences with them personally. And granted, I've never been pulled over by an SIUE police officer, so that might influence that. But they always seem to be walking around with a smile usually. It was a really cool story, and it's nice to hear that they're at least working with the student government body, which, by the way, the elections are still ongoing. I'm sure those results will maybe be out by this time of this release. I don't know. Well, with that, we're going to shift gears off of stories. We so much news this week after spring break. And we're going to shift into a little bit about Women's History Month. I thought it'd be a fun little tribute to that to ask everyone in the studio who are some, maybe like top 3 most influential women in your lives recently.
Wow.
I don't remember. Well, hold on.
Oh, no, man.
Kind of want to say some of the people on our staff, not gonna lie.
Okay.
Like, Brandy and Chloe are freaking awesome, I think. Like, I feel like Brandy just, like, is so nice whenever, like, you kind of need to talk to somebody on staff and whatnot. And then, Chloe, I just think she's awesome. Like, I talked to her a lot. She was the person who got me on the staff in the first place. And then probably my mom.
Dang it, Matt! You stole my answer. It should be everyone's answer though. Is their
Yeah.
mom? To be fair, for the most part.
I mean, that's like one of the people who, like, raised you and stuff.
Yeah, usually, yeah. How about you, Madison? Favorite or not favorite? Top 3 most influential women recently.
I think I'd say, in obviously no particular order, one of my criminal justice professors, or I guess instructors. She's an instructor, but she's just kind of really reaffirmed what I want to do for a career, and it's just great to like be taught by someone that's that inspired and that like enthusiastic about her own career. It makes you want to do it yourself. And then I think
Yeah, that's tough, man.
this is tough.
Matt kind of copped out with 2 staff members. No, I'm
I
just kidding.
know. I know.
I can't remember, like, I people off the top of my head.
No, that's fair. That's so fair.
I would say this is kind of a random poll actually, but one of the like checkout ladies in the muck.
Okay.
I see her every single morning, and she always asks me how my classes are going, and she remembers everything I tell her, and genuinely just makes my day so much brighter. It's great.
I think I know which lady you're talking about, but there's a few that are pretty
Yeah,
nice. Is it the one closest to like the wall? Is
Yeah.
It, yeah. She is very sweet.
She's delightful. I love her. And then my last influential woman. I feel like, because Matt stole his mom.
You can still
Say your mom.
yeah, stay your mom. Or don't. Go with
Or have your mom compete with my mom. Like,
they have to compete against each other, actually.
well, then we're going to have a 3-mom competition. 'Cause
Right.
that's one of mine, too.
Right. And then I guess I'm just going to say my mom, just because she's great, and I love her. And we were on call a couple of days ago, and I was like, this is great. I really needed this, actually. So, yeah, shout out to her.
Yeah. Well, I'm, as predicted, also voting my mom as one of the 3. This is a tough question because there's like so many influential people.
no, that's what I was thinking, because, like, there are so many women that are influential in my life,
Yeah.
too. Like,
Yeah.
professors, friends, like, my roommates, people who I met through, like, different extracurriculars here. Like, I've met so many people, and, like, there are just so many.
How do you limit it to 3? Which I get.
Exactly.
That's kind of why I appreciated Madison's pick of someone just like in the small interactions. I have peers that like I know them, but like only from sitting in the class,
Yeah.
and they're fun to talk to, and like that. So shout out to obviously all of those people, but
shout out to women.
shout out to women. I agree, Matt.
Wow.
Yeah, Madison. Shout out to you.
Thank you.
Madison's one of my top 3 because she's here in studio today, giving me a guess. No, I'm just kidding. But we do appreciate you, Madison. And I guess let's see. I'm trying to think of 3. Well, I said my mom. I'm going to say, man, this is so tough. I'm going to shout out Teresa Pauli because she's so great in our department. At the Mass Comm department, she always helping all the students put things together, making dreams come true, and also advocate. Like, she's on everyone's keister to get in gear and let's do put your best foot forward, and that's always appreciated as someone who tried to do that themselves. And then when you do, she appreciates that and she shows appreciation in different ways. So I guess one would be her. Oh man, I said my mom. I said Teresa. Man, this is making me look bad, though. because I can't think of a third person. You cheated, Matt. You cheated.
Oh my god. You could also like say Michael, Kate, or Audrey, who you have brought up multiple times.
Yeah, no, I can't pick them. Let's see, who else could I say? Yeah, you know what? I will say Audrey. I will pick Audrey for the reason of like we've really got to do a lot of cool stuff together in terms of our podcast and working with her in sports. It's really a privilege. Obviously, I appreciate Michael Kate too very much. But working with Audrey in the sports world, it's something that we're both passionate about, and it's really cool to see, like, two people's passions come together. And even when we were at the free food festival thing yesterday, we were talking about SIUE sports, and we weren't even working on SIUE sports. It's like it just naturally comes between the two of us, and so yeah, I'll give Audrey the shout out here on the Women's History Month. National. It should be National Women's Month or every year. I don't know. I ran out of words there. It's too early for this. Okay, well, with that, let's transition into our obsessions. Madison, I know I briefly explained this to you, but I'll reiterate it for those over the break that may have forgot, So obviously every week, well, whatever your obsession was over spring break this time, what were you obsessing with, or what did you do, that really had you, that you're hooked, basically. Would anyone like to start?
I've been into this podcast lately, the Magnus Archive. It's like, it's so interesting. Like, so each episode's like, they start with a statement from somebody who came into their institution. Like, all of this is kind of in air quotes, by the way. It's like a fictional series. And this person talks about the strange experience they have. The first episode is like one on almost an anglerfish type entity that seemingly takes like people's lives.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right?
Weird.
But then at the end of the statement, this guy who pisses me off is always like, obviously this person was delusional, but we looked into it and here's what we found. And it's like, it pisses me off because like some things that were said in the podcast, like you can't easily even explain. Like,
so,
but
is this an audio only podcast?
It's an audio only podcast.
Wow, that's trippy.
It's shockingly good. Like they were so creative with some of the things that they did with it.
Yeah, and it's fictional.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's actually really interesting, man. I can't lie. Did you listen to this over spring break? Or has it just been recent?
It's just been recent. I don't know if I had time to listen to it over spring. I definitely. Yeah, I did because of the airport. Yeah.
Cool. Madison, first obsession ever on Alestle After Hours?
Well, so originally I was going to say March Madness because that's been consuming my life, but then my bracket got busted. So we don't talk about that anymore.
Yeah.
So my real answer is Project Hail Mary, because the movie just came out, and I actually read the book back in November, I think, but the new movie with Ryan Gosling just came out, and I went and I watched it, and genuinely changed my life, actually.
Oh, wow.
Fantastic movie, fantastic book. I loved everything about it. Yeah, no notes. It was great.
No notes.
It was great.
Was it absolute cinema?
It was absolute cinema.
Right.
In the way that, like, I wouldn't actually really call it cinema.
Yeah.
But it was just such an enjoyable experience. And I sat there for, like, nearly 3 hours, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
Cool. Very cool. Yeah, I've seen some trailers for that. I have to go watch it now.
I've mainly seen people compare it to, like, popular media and stuff, so I assume it's probably really good.
Yeah. It's... because the book was written by Andy Weir, who is the same guy who wrote The Martian.
It has to be good.
I do have to say that I didn't really enjoy the Martian movie because it wasn't true to the book, but I absolutely loved this one. So, I don't know. I think it's better than The Martian, and I know a lot of people like that movie.
Well, you see, here's my secret. Don't read the book. Just watch the movie. So, the Martian movie's really good, but I would probably agree with you. If I'd read the book, it probably wouldn't be as good. But because I'm sure the book has to be really good.
The book is really good.
I'm not much of a reader, but I might have to read that at some point.
I might try to take up on that book. I prefer reading than watching movies. I feel like I've not watched as many movies as like other people around me.
Well, my obsession, it's listed on this paper, but really I'm going to cheat because it's my show and I can. So over spring break, I had multiple things to be obsessed with, especially more recently too. Over spring break, I went to a concert, and coming into the show today, that's what I was really going to talk about. It was a great concert. I saw Avery Anna at Ballpark Village. It was amazing. Absolutely a great experience, but it's no longer my obsession. I mean, it still is, but it's just kind of silently obsessed. Recently, there's two things, and one is the release of Invincible Season 4, and that show is phenomenal. It is really good. If you're a comics and superhero person, I recommend it. It is a bit brutal, I won't lie. But, so the fact that the fact that the new season has released is really exciting, and I've really enjoyed it. And it releases, well, at the time we're recording this, which is on Wednesday, so there's a new episode that I haven't seen yet. So I'm looking forward to that. But I also had a very interesting debate, and I don't think a lot of people would expect this from me, who is generally known as a sports hockey guy. And I haven't mentioned it at all on the podcast today, which is like a record for, not talking about hockey on one of our podcasts. But I had a intelligently long debate with my friend and his family about what is the greatest Disney princess movie.
Ooh.
What conclusion did you come
Yeah,
up
what was your answer?
My answer is Tangled and Rapunzel.
Yes, I agree. I completely agree.
Yep.
Because it's the right answer. Mm-hmm. But then this debate turned into like what classifies as a Disney. We had a full-on philosophical Disney princess debate.
I've had this debate before, and I'm gonna be honest, it does normally come down to Tangled.
Yeah, it's because it's the greatest Disney movie ever.
My only other contender is The Princess and the Frog.
Oh my God, that was such a good movie.
I love The Princess and the Frog.
See, that one's a little lower for me. My second choice is Beauty and the Beast. I love Beauty and the Beast. That's a good movie.
I just think, no, Princess and the Frog, I completely see it. That one was such a good movie. I like how she was motivated to get somewhere, and I felt like she had a lot of autonomy. She wanted something, so she went and
it's very similar to Tangled in that regard,
Yeah.
So the go getting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tangled is just such a good movie because it really appeals to all audience.
It really does.
If you're an animal person, you have Pascal. If you're into princesses, you have Rapunzel. If you're into the goofy guy, you have Flynn Rider.
It's great.
Yeah, it really does have its appeal to everyone, and it has great music too.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like Beauty and the Beast isn't exactly up there because if you think about it, it's about a woman getting kidnapped.
That is true.
100%. It's Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah.
It is very, if you think about the context of the movie, yes, it's definitely got its questionable attribute. But it's that one also has good music, and I always like the story of even though he's really ugly, she still gives him a shot. I guess. Yeah, it's heartwarming if you look at it from that angle, I suppose. But yeah, no, we had a debate on what a princess was, because I can't remember the princess's name, but it's from Wreck-It Ralph.
Penelope?
Oh, yeah.
Penelope. There was the debate, is she a princess? And we all said, yes, she is, because her name is Princess Penelope.
Yes.
Was that a Disney movie?
That's a Pixar movie.
It's not Disney, but we were talking. So this conversation led out of Disney and into all animated movies.
Yeah.
And one of my friend's cousins was like, "This is not a princess," and was referencing the official princess guide, not on there. And I was like, "Well, she's not a traditional princess, but she's still a princess, This was a real. I'm telling you, this was a 3-hour debate we had.
So
that's
then,
fair.
are you not talking specifically Disney princess, or are you talking?
Not
princess,
anymore. Not anymore. The conversation left from out of Disney into the world of princesses.
All right, so just anybody with a princess title then.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know why it was such a big debate, but we debated it for a while. Then we talked about is Eve a princess and Wall-E, and we were like, no. Not at all. Wall-E's my all-time favorite animation movie, though.
That is a good one.
So,
Yeah.
we watched Tangled, in fact, after the response of this debate. I think Tangled sparked the debate, actually. I don't remember. It was a lot. So that's been my obsession, is now, one, Tangled music, because we watched the movie and it's been stuck in my head for the last few days. And two, this interesting debate on Disney princesses coming from me, which is not something I think most people would expect.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Well, that will do it for our show this week. You can check back next week. Hopefully we won't be talking about Disney princesses, and Matt will be doing yoga at some point, probably throughout the week. Maybe Audrey will be there too. Who knows? But you can listen to Audrey and myself on Alestletics, which is releasing at the same time today. We will be talking a lot about SIUE baseball, and oh boy, there's a lot to talk about there. Quite a few runs, just as a little hint of what we'll be talking about. So tune in to that and give us a listen for your SIUE sports update. Obviously, a lot to talk about with March Madness, as Madison alluded to, and heartbreaks that happened over there. But so you can check out that episode. You can also check out all the episodes of Alestle After Hours on Spotify and YouTube. And don't forget to pull up alestlelive.com for all of your news, sports, lifestyle updates, and read the stories that you heard about here today in studio. You can read those on the website. We'll be back in print in, let's see, if we published today, that means we'll be back in print in like 3 weeks, I think, something like that. I don't know. Look at our schedule for that information. But we'll be back with this show next week along with Alestletics, so stay tuned for that and enjoy the rest of your week. Welcome back from spring break, a week after we're back. Bye.